The moment Jay asked Pam the question, everything went silent. What if me and Sam both wanted you in our lives? Pam just stood there staring at him. Her heart was racing so hard she could barely think straight, because for months she prayed for another chance with Jay. Not money, not the house, not the lifestyle. Jay, the man she realized too late she never truly stopped loving. But this wasn't what she expected. Pam looked down, trying to process everything. Part of her felt confused. Part of her felt emotional. And another part of her felt guilty, because deep down she knew after everything she put Jay through, she wasn't really in a position to make demands anymore. Jay waited patiently. He could see her mind racing. Finally, Pam looked up at him with tears in her eyes. "You serious?" Jay nodded slowly. Pam covered her mouth emotionally, because hearing that question meant something bigger to her. It meant Jay still wanted her in his life somehow, and after spending so much time regretting losing him, that alone made her emotional. A long silence passed. Then finally, Pam whispered, "Yes." Jay froze. Pam's voice shook as tears rolled down her face. "I'll do whatever it takes to fix what I broke." Those words hit Jay deeply. Pam stepped closer slowly. "I know I hurt you," she whispered. "I know I destroyed us, but losing you changed me, Jay. I would never take your love for granted again." Jay looked into her eyes quietly, and for a split second, everything around him disappeared. Suddenly, memories started flooding his mind all at once. Their first apartment, late night laughs, her graduation day, their wedding. But then the painful memories came too. Pam telling him he wasn't ambitious enough, her walking away from their marriage, the loneliness after the divorce, the sleepless nights questioning his worth. Jay's chest tightened, because no matter how much love was still there, pain was too. And then something unexpected happened. While standing there looking at Pam, Jay suddenly started thinking about Sam, not Pam, Sam. He remembered the night Sam stayed beside him while he healed, the patience she showed him, the way she loved him even after discovering the truth, the way she gave him honesty instead of games, the way she was still willing to fight for him even while her own heart was breaking. That kind of love was rare, real rare. And in that moment, Jay realized something. Pam was the first woman to ever break his heart, but Sam was the woman trying her hardest not to. That realization hit him like a truck. Pam noticed Jay zoning out. "Jay?" she asked softly. Jay blinked back into reality. He stared at Pam for a long moment, and suddenly everything became clear. Love isn't just about history. It's about who stays when things get difficult. Jay took a deep breath, then finally spoke words Pam never expected to hear. "This will be the last time we talk like this." Pam's face instantly fell. Her eyes widened in disbelief. "What?" Jay's voice cracked slightly. "I loved you harder than I ever loved anybody. Part of me probably always will, but I can't ignore what's in front of me now." Tears immediately started rolling down Pam's face again. Jay continued, "You were the person who taught me heartbreak. Sam became the person who taught me healing." Pam looked completely shattered, because for the first time, she finally understood exactly how Jay felt the day she walked away from him. Jay stepped closer gently. "I forgive you, Pam, truly." Pam started crying harder. "But forgiveness doesn't mean we belong together anymore." That sentence completely broke her. Jay could see the pain all over her face, but deep down, he knew this was the only way everybody could finally move forward. He reached out and wiped a tear from her cheek one last time, then quietly turned around and walked away. And this time, Pam was the one left standing there watching somebody she loved disappear forever. Jay sat in his car for a long time after leaving Pam's apartment. His hands rested on the steering wheel while emotions crashed through his mind all at once. Pain, relief, sadness, peace. For years, his heart had been trapped between the past and the present. But tonight, for the first time, he finally let the past go. As Jay drove home, memories kept replaying in his head. Not just the good memories with Pam, but the memories with Sam, too. The night Sam stayed awake, comforting him after nightmares from the divorce. The way she supported him without asking for anything in return. The patience she showed even when she was hurting herself. The way she fought for him instead of against him. Jay finally realized something important. Love isn't about who hurt you the deepest. It's about who helps heal those wounds afterward. And Sam did exactly that. When Jay finally pulled into the driveway, he noticed the living room light still on. Sam was waiting for him. The moment he walked through the front door, Sam immediately stood up from the couch nervously. Her eyes searched his face for answers. "What did she say?" Sam asked softly. Jay looked at her quietly for a moment, then nodded slowly. She said yes. Sam's heart instantly dropped, even though she tried preparing herself emotionally. Hearing those words still hurt. Tears slowly filled her eyes. But before she could speak again, Jay continued. "She said yes." He paused. "But I told her this would be the last time we ever talked like that." Sam froze completely. "What?" Jay walked closer. "I chose you." The second those words left his mouth, Sam broke down crying. Not loud, dramatic crying, real emotional tears, the kind that come from finally releasing weeks of pain, fear, and uncertainty. Jay pulled her into his arms tightly. "I'm sorry," he whispered. "I should have never made you question your place in my life." Sam held onto him, crying into his chest. "I knew you'd do the right thing," she whispered back. And honestly, that broke Jay emotionally all over again. Because even after everything, Sam still believed in him. That kind of loyalty changed him forever. Meanwhile, across town, Pam sat alone in her apartment, staring at the door Jay walked out of. The silence in the room felt unbearable. For the first time in her life, she fully understood heartbreak from the other side, not because Jay stopped loving her, but because she realized love alone isn't always enough to rebuild what's already broken. Pam cried harder than she had in years because she finally understood the pain Jay carried after she left him. And honestly, that became her closure. A few weeks later, Pam quietly resigned from the company. No drama, no big announcement. She simply packed her things and moved to another state to start over completely. Some people said she disappeared. Others said she just needed peace. But one thing was certain. Pam never contacted Jay again, and Jay never contacted her either. That chapter of their lives was finally over. Years passed. Jay and Sam eventually got married in a beautiful private ceremony, surrounded by family and people who truly loved them. This time, Jay understood something he didn't understand before. A successful relationship isn't built only on passion. It's built on loyalty, patience, forgiveness, commitment, and Sam gave him all of that. Together, they built a peaceful life full of real love. Eventually, they had 3 kids, Trey, Trell, and Life. Their house became full of laughter, chaos, toys everywhere, and the kind of happiness Jay once thought he'd never experience again after his divorce. And little by little, Pam became just a memory, not a painful memory anymore, just part of the journey that helped everybody become who they were supposed to be. Final conclusion. Sometimes people come into your life for a season. Some teach you love, some teach you pain, and some teach you what real commitment looks like. Pam taught Jay heartbreak, but Sam taught him healing. And in the end, Jay realized the best relationship isn't always with the person who gives you the strongest emotions, is with the person who stays loyal when life gets messy. Because real love isn't just about feelings, it's about choosing each other every single day. If y'all enjoyed this full Storytime series with Mr. Jackson, make sure y'all smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next story. And comment below, did Jay make the right choice choosing Sam? Would you have forgiven Pam? Who do y'all think loved Jay the most? Stay tuned for more Storytime with Mr. Jackson.